does not mean just too much corruption. It now means Tushtikaran mujhe chahiye. And in this appeasement politics, the kind of tweet that Mamata Banerjee ji has done, TMC does not mean just too much corruption. It now means Tushtikaran mujhe chahiye. And in this appeasement politics, the kind of tweet that Mamata Banerjee ji has done, the same person who she has tweeted about was the one who actually took and welcomed the Sengol from the Adheenams in 1947. When that person did it, it was Chamatkar. Then for many years, for some reason, best known to such parties that practiced the pseudo-secular politics, it was relegated and exiled from public memory and made into a walking stick of Jawaharlal Nehru. Today, when the Prime Minister, at the inauguration of the new parliament, has given the Sengol a pious ornament, a pious symbol of not just transfer of power but Rajdand and Dharmdand, its proper place in the democratic structure of India. Today, some people are having a problem. They are the same people who have a problem with Jai Shri Ram. They are the same people who have a problem with Ram Dhenu. They are the same people who will give clean chit to one community in the name of vote bank politics during Ram Navami violence. They are the same people who will put ban on Durga Pujo Visarjan, but they will give permission to Tazia and the High Court has to intervene. This kind of pseudo-secular vote bank politics has driven them to not just opposing Prime Minister Modi, but in the name of opposing Prime Minister Modi, to oppose every aspect of Indian culture and Indian democratic heritage. It's a very shameful tweet by Mamata Banerjee ji.
All right, let's take this across to Tamal, who's joining us live. Tamal, BJP responding to this particular tweet and saying that it is the kind of pseudo-secular politics practiced by TMC that they are alleging is displayed in this tweet. What exactly is the response coming from the TMC at the moment?
Well, Trinamool Congress hasn't responded to a post by Mamata Banerjee, and she herself is the party supremo. When she has posted this, she's essentially trying to highlight a contrast. Now, very interestingly, she has not added any kind of words to this picture tweet and left it to the interpretation of people. Now, of course, taking a cue from this picture tweet, the question if this is another attempt by Mamata Banerjee to extend politics or do appeasement politics ahead of panchayat elections, and there are people of this very post but question if she is hinting the presence of all the priests as something which she finds objectionable, and if that be the case, is it with an attempt to appease another community? Well, the contrast that she is trying to highlight it after independence, a picture at the where you have Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru and the other picture of yesterday's inauguration, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and there are so many priests on either side of the Prime Minister. So possibly she, having chosen to boycott the ceremony, is trying to highlight how opposition parties and people who are ideally supposed to be there in the parliament, they have chosen to stay. Roughly about 50 political parties unanimously decided to stay ceremony, and they are trying to register their protest against the BJP and central government, also questioning as why the president was not allowed to inaugurate the parliament, why it was the prime minister doing it, in a way suggesting that BJP through this had insulted Dalits, who are also minorities, insulted scheduled caste and scheduled people. And Abhishek Banerjee is on record suggesting that the president of India, President Draupadi Murmu, wasn't invited and her name was not kept on the invitation card because she belongs to the ST community. So in a way brought forth Dalit card and tried suggesting that BJP doesn't really care for the interest of minorities that also include the scheduled caste, scheduled tribe and other OBC. But then this particular post of Mamata Banerjee has drawn sharp reaction from BJP as BJP is trying to question if Mamata Banerjee is indicating the religious aspect and the religious ceremony that was equally performed, not to discount the fact that yesterday it was a Sarva Dharma display. There are people from all religion participated in the inauguration ceremony as BJP tried to stress on the fact Vikas Vishwas, but then Trinamool Congress and other opposition parties have simply questioned as why was the president not invited, and if the president was isolated or kept aside because of the community she belongs to, that the fact that she comes from ST community is something that Trinamool Congress has publicly questioned. But this picture, what Mamata Banerjee tweeted, without any caption, possibly has left a lot for public interpretation, but trying to highlight a contrast.
And it's not just Mamata Banerjee or the TMC.